Hey y'all, this is Xenoxis, and we're not going to continue on Xenoxis today, I don't think. Instead, as you can see here, yeah, I did do an updated photo today because you can actually make a new photo for the Voltex thing there. So I'm currently level 33. I'm gonna decide to do a photo also on this character when I get him to level 30 and stuff like that. But you can see like, yeah, level 30 there, or level 33 rather, and level 28 on him. So we're gonna continue on and stuff that, so yeah. Now the thing that I'm wondering though, because I know that stats or special points, you only keep getting special points up to until 50. Does that mean that you're maxed out at level 50 on all the stats? Like, are all the stats going to be 15 in them? Because otherwise, the whole legendary perk, like the legendary perk, one of the things that you can get is, for example, the thing that gives you 1+X on the stat. But will those be completely worthless then, or will you be able to go above level? Like, will you be able to go above the maximum? Yeah. I did a thing, basically. We did a thing in the nuclear place, by the way. In the nuclear place over here. The thing, though, is that I don't have certain things. And it seems like you're basically locked between getting certain things because there's a power arm in there you can get. You've gotten some power arm pieces, this, which is actually usable at level 20. Ghoul is usable at level 20 as well, the Ghoul Slayer Raider there thing, and then the Raider power left leg there. But I haven't found the frame yet. I know that there is a frame inside the energy
Attention
plant, but
citizens,
there should
the
also be one
nuclear
inside the
strike
RVR medical center, but that
is
didn't
as
spawn
an
for some
area
reason.
at your earliest
I don't know
convenience.
if it's 100% spawn chance or whatever,
Thank
but
you
yeah.
for your cooperation.
Okay, where's the nuclear strike? In the CPK. I mean, we could survive that if we are wearing power armor. You can actually survive the nuclear strike. Or do you not need to survive the nuclear strike? Because if we don't need to survive it, then we can use. No, no, I thought that he would have had like a faster loader. So this character, I choose, of course, the boost on, which is free, by the way, the block getting up to level 20 and stuff like that, right? Because, yeah. But then I believe that if you unlock the boost to like level 50, then you can start all characters at level 50. But I spent like 500 on the atomic points, by the way, on getting like a different backpack, which I thought looked like really, really nice and stuff like that, right? Because, yeah. The fact that you can use the atomic things to, like, you can probably get every single thing in the game for free eventually and stuff like that, just if you just play for several years and stuff like that. Which, this game has now climbed on the, by the way, the game of the year list and stuff like that, so yeah. Okay, oops. Right, I should probably buy more stuff. Though, and yeah, because this is the character that was called around shotguns and stuff like that, right? So yeah. So you can see here, like, scatter shot. I don't have everything though equipped here, like Centimetrist, Bart's bounty and stuff that equipped. So yeah, gunpowder here, small guns, of course, obviously. So yeah, hopefully the nuke hasn't happened yet. Or the nuke went off. Isn't it players that causes the nuke to happen? Right, because that can be a way to like gain XP and stuff there, because you could, there are technically high level enemies at certain places in the game. Yeah, super mutants are basically, I feel like, inspired by Warhammer or like, you know. Okay, recipe, death from above.
God, spineless human.
You call me spineless, where are you? Frick this PC. Yeah, you see, you stun them there and stuff that, you know, like it's like really, really good. My shotgun isn't the greatest because my shotgun is only level, it's only level 15, the shotgun, and my shotgun is about to break actually. And we have no repair kits. Bad. Do we have something alternative I could use? We could use the sport hunting rifle. But I'd rather not. Punchy time? Yeah. It's gonna be punchy time instead. Well, that's very dangerous to do, to try and go punchy, especially against the ghouls. Unless we stun them actually. Yoink. Nom, nom, nom. And we can only get them right away that we're psycho buff. Go. Max out. And that's because I'm trying to get this character up as well fairly quickly and stuff that, so yeah. And sometimes looting them gives you nuclear material, sometimes, you know. So I definitely think that there's probably like a way to run an armed build and stuff that probably, you know. What's this? Oh, he's not dead. There was definitely a new guy used like immediately spawning right in front of me there. That was weird, right? Because I thought that it was the guy that I killed, but no, it was a different guy. Can you please stop, like, you stop hearing immediately when... Please. Oh, some right away now, but that would be good. It's not something I would like.
Listen up. All Blood Eagles out there are invited to a show. We captured Beckett. If you want to see blood, roast a pig, then come on down to Poseidon. Bring your friends. If they ain't Blood Eagles, they'll get shredded too.
Yeah, so there was a Poseidon thing where you had to repair the reactor. Now I didn't do all the parts, but it seems like we're like, why don't they reward you? Like, I did all the objectives except for one of the objectives and stuff that, right? I even completed all of it, and it gave me like no. stuff that, you know. Yeah. Today I'm gonna go to the bank, however, and stuff that, because, you know, we really need the money, you know, as that, so. Maybe, I don't know if it is that my dad was bad with economy or whatever, right, you know, or if it's like, well, like, why do you have to be reliant on my money and stuff that, you know. But, you know. But it's also because of like the fucking ridiculous like electricity prices and stuff that, like, it's just stupid and all stuff that, you know. These are the ones that I would need to like shoot otherwise with the thing, the other file, you know, and stuff that, so yeah. But it seems like weird that they want it to be from a specific location and stuff that, right, you know. Maybe it's just meant to be like, oh, because it's a certain size to it. But that's bad. Maybe we make a camp near here. Okay, and then it's like, no, it's not that button, it's the start button or options button rather to bring this up. Okay. Instruments. Now I don't have actually standing any instruments. Play buffs though. All of those locked. Those are locked as well. Vending machine stats. What does it say that it is? Storage. I hate it when they go outside here and do stuff. You get a storage box at least. My stash box. Let's put it here. Well. So wait, which one is the thing that we can? That seems odd. Like, where is the thing? Where is the crafting benches and stuff? That is that resource here. Crafting. Okay. On my workbench. Okay. Put one here. Right, we cannot even afford that. Brewing station. We can do chemistry station. Cooking station. Fermenter. Power armor station. We cannot do punch card machine. Pinker's workbench. Pinker's workbench. We can do It's a bit annoying that we cannot do the armor workbench. Cooking station we can do though. Put it right here. There are variants of it also as well. I think there's... Right. Users. There's a bunch of different things here. We have water purifiers also that we can set up a bunch of stuff, but yeah. Can we repair it now? No. I mean, we need to go into this section here to see if we can repair it or not. Oop. Actually, let's scrap, and scrap. Now, no repairing yet. Let's see, can we craft something? We cannot craft even this version. Why don't they show up like why can't you get items from grenades? That seems like very weird. Like why can't grenades be turned into stuff? You know, there's probably nothing we can craft here. And I'm wearing like a gas mask, by the way, which we actually found in the place where they have the radioactive thing, but yeah. I'm pretty certain though that if we quote unquote die with this amount of health, at the least we will, yeah. And I'm gonna need to go and take a dump eventually as well. So that's, yeah. I might just do one recording now and stuff that's right, and then like record later on, like when we're back from the thing, because you know. Here's the thing, by the way. It should be right here somewhere. Good. Actually, let's use the weapon until it breaks actually instead. Now, the thing that is actually good about the nukes is you can abuse the nukes. If you know that there is, for example, high-level enemies in a certain area, for example, then you can actually make like yeah, gas mask or power armor. Yeah, you almost died from that. It sounded like another explosion almost somewhere. Although I believe you cannot, like, nukes cannot go off like back to back or whatever, right? Because yeah, let's just go to merchant instead. What was a good merchant? I mean, I think there was a merchant at the wayward. So let's go back there. Right. So I don't remember what things I have leveled on this character and stuff. That's right, because it's, like I completely had forgotten about, Okay. Moo-moos. Please. Can you? Please. Okay, he doesn't wanna. Okay. Oh, milk. Yo. But is that getting rid of radiation? That is getting rid of radiation. Oh, that's very powerful. Thank you, Brahmin. Okay. Yeah, let's go use the Rosa camp. Cook up them meats. I don't think all food items had that special ability though. Yeah, they still say that is still rads. Medical supplies. Get some steam packs. And we can eat the rebuy steaks instead, even though they give us rads. I find this also the vault to forecast. Because I've started that chain, on that character that gets you into a vault that is basically filled with ghouls, but I feel like the guy that is evil is the actual, like, overseer on that vault, and the actual other character, like, you get bonus dialogue there if you're actually smart, if you have high enough intelligence. It seems like 10 is the highest intelligence check. I don't think there's a 15 intelligence check anywhere and stuff like that, but yeah. Because there's a vault over here,
Wow.
or like a piece of the vault.
I never thought I'd see one of these in the ground like this. Man, this day is full. Well, going by the... I can mark it on your... And, that aside, You bet. Man, this day is... My job is to... Whether it be... Well, it was good.
Right. And we can go towards that thing because you can see how this crashed basically and stuff there because yeah. So it's basically that they had a malfunctioning door or whatever, right? So that's like when the nukes fell, right? You know. But certain, of course, people used, became ghouls, and that was even before the whole virus and stuff that, stuff that, like in the world of Fallout, like some people survive like nuclear stuff, stuff that's right. I mean, they get hit directly by the thing, right? But I mean, the graphics aren't super advanced in this, right? But the funny thing is, I really thought about something, right? That is so weird that games were allowed to be called MMOs, by the way. Because if you think about it, but there's no MMO that's an actual massive, right? Because you think about like World of Warcraft back in the day, right? That on the old servers, I believe maybe like 150, 300 people on a server was like the maximum or something like that. Which like sounds like very very little and stuff that or it might sound like it's a lot, but that's the whole thing, right? That 300 people, right? Like if you would be like, oh yeah, this music event on 300 people, sure, if there's a completely unknown artist, that is something, right? It depends on what venue you have, right? But then like 300 people, it's not a lot in those terms, stuff that's yeah. But it's the overseer thing. But yeah, but we cannot advance with the overseer anyway, but we can talk to them at least, stuff that, because I forgot if that gave you a waltz or anything.
Oh, thank God you're here. It's just so good to see you. Let's talk downstairs. Cozy as this place is, there's someone I'd like you to meet. We really went overboard with this place. Feel free to look.
I wonder what level she's actually supposed to be. Yeah, I mean, you can make things look very, very good in this if you know what you're doing, and stuff that, And I can definitely understand with the stuff, like, let's play the music. I wonder if I still are benefiting from the music buff, though. Anything goes. Because I believe even if you already have the buff, it should still renew it and stuff. That's well tuned. Pie. Now I know how to make pie. That's what it's for. Oops. Right, and we're going towards. And the thing is, if you really want to be smart, you can travel to other camps that people have. But it seems to be weird, like, why can't I change my symbol or whatever, right? or do you need to unequip the current symbol that you have, like, you know, is the question, right? Like, what can you, you know? There's a rank 17 there. And the next part is, of course, that after this, it's level 24 that requires for them to like be unlocked here and stop being turned those. And the highest rank here, by the way, is here, 150. And yeah, the launch boxes, by the way, are super useful, as I said, right? But it seems like they max out at 100%. I don't know how many you need to use, so I feel like that time when I used 5 in a row, that was a waste. Because I think like 2, right, gives you 50%. So I think it might be that 3 gives you the 100%. Oh, Palmer stations, right? Because this is a gas base. Can I change my backpack here? Do I have the materials for it now? For the thing, where's the backpack there? Yeah, I can change into the postal service backpack. Okay, switch craft. Oh. Does that look sealed on this character though? Is the question. It'd be funny. We could totally make a parody character. I'd have me laughing my ass off. But except I don't think you have that as an option if you choose that type of character though. Right, because you cannot select the female character and then select the beards. You cannot do that. But you could create like a male character, right? Give him a beard, right? And then try to go in and shape like the face to make it look more female and stuff. That is something you could do, you know. Robots? I know there is a thing also that kind of lets you, like, I forgot what it was. Is it luck? No, is that either? And basically, one thing that I noticed that I had, for example, was I had duplicates of certain things, and if you have duplicate of something that is 1 star, then you can use like get rid of it and stuff that, right? If you have multipliers of something that is only 1 star and stuff that, so yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of really, really interesting things you can do, of course. Now, apparently the best way to level in this is actually go on and do raids. Except, I don't think you can do raids immediately, or I'm not 100% certain, but yeah. And of course, also, if you learn to abuse a certain thing, then that is really good. Now, I don't know exactly which quote-unquote quests are part of like the main story and stuff there, like, because when I did the military stuff on my character, which I don't think I recorded or whatever, the military stuff, because you basically join like the military and the overseer was that you're basically following in the overseer's footsteps and stuff like that, right? But you know, that mission apparently, at least in the trophy structure, seems to be a further mission and stuff like that. So I must have missed part of the chain and stuff like that, right? That seems to be like really weird, right? Like you might think that this is supposed to be the chain and stuff like that, but maybe I have the volume a little bit like muted, or a little bit, not loud enough, Pretty nice house. Yeah, you cannot like craft anywhere and stuff. That's the whole thing though. So you cannot just go around and like just get rid of buildings and stuff like that. BTU jacket. Fuck is a BTU jacket? Summer slow. Right, there should be enemies in here, I think, somewhere at least. But that's not even working. Oh, steam packs. Military cap, healing yourself. Short laser rifle, yo. Okay, that's an actual real laser weapon. But yeah, their damage is fairly low. But the thing that is usually useful about these style weapons is that they are very good against certain specific enemies often, even though their damage seems low. And I believe it has higher chances to create energy weapons. Because it's just that they can instantly melt enemies. There's just a chance on all of them, I believe.
Oh, what do we have? I cannot bring you the So, I understand you. Now, well, Spirit, unfortunately, as such. And you'll do what exactly? But here. You. But it was slated. Not for the mint condition. And I do hope. I'm sorry. But by all. This is.
Stand no chance. Yeah, that requires like picklock skill, but we can use, Right, the thing isn't on. Maybe we can choose a better body than this one. Stuff that, you know. I hope. I kind of wish in this quest that you could have had multiple options on a body that you could choose, you know, and stuff that, you know, instead. Alright. But I think that's the only option actually. You can use the sword also free, or at least one of them. Okay, nothing that removes rads. No. Right, that's the best one. Okay. Nothing hidden back here. It doesn't do anything now because you kill the turrets and so that's it. And on this file, we killed the guy. By the way, we did kill the raider thing, so we won't hold them up at one point once you find a weapon. You can also, of course, choose what type of legendary you get, and I did remember choosing a handgun. The other character, you know, because there's a bunch of different things you can choose. I wonder if you could choose something that isn't a weapon. If you could have chosen like an armor and stuff that, you know. By the way, let's do milky milk time here. Possible. No. I don't know if there's a bug when you cannot milk it like that. Okay. And we need to go at 13, so I think it is, so yeah, you know.
This new body, it is gonna fit in the door, right?
You got
So,
one. Signals coming
you
through
gonna tell
loud
our
and
girl
clear.
about her new ride or what?
You know, I don't throw the word hero around a lot. Come over here and let's discuss, huh? Now that's what
It's true, but crap.
Yes, I picked the
You
wrong,
ready to lift?
wrong one the first time.
Yes. All right then.
Okay.
Follow me.
I think that's going to be a level up though, if I'm not mistaken.
I've known where Crane is. I know where his treasure is. But, well, there's a problem.
That's nice. We didn't get a...
Honey, you awake?
I have little arms, testicles too. Oh, that's not the level, okay. The question is, right, that you couldn't go there previously, right? Like this room was locked and there was no way to enter.
You want to give him a little nudge?
What in the name of the hell you think you're doing?
Now, according to that...
Golly mine.
Son of a...
Suppose we don't...
Solomon.
Sorry.
Now. Right now. I need you out of my sight for a bit.
You make her mad with that. You can totally eat him though. Because, yeah, I wonder if you could, for example, if there is another way in here, for example, if you could have just gone in here like early and like you're just getting it and then used to like escape it and stuff that, like without them noticing and stuff that, you know, because, yeah. Because I like it, of course, that, for example, like, since it's an online Fallout game, right, does that mean that there are times when they thought about, oh, you should have this as an option, but then they were like, nah, we cannot do that because then people could skip parts of the quest. You know, and stuff that, and then, right, like people could miss out on permanent XP and stuff that, you know. Because that is something you always have to think about, right? That sure, like in Fallout, you're meant to sometimes be able to have like multiple solutions for things, you know, and stuff that's it, you know. And I already know where the treasure is, by the way, and I already know where the gate code is. Because you can always put in the gate code ahead of time, by the way, something you can do actually. Dun 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 dun. This radio station is important. Now I kind of wish that when you move the base, it would somehow be able to move the structures with you or something like that. You know, would have been like really, really cool and stuff. That's yeah. Fisherman's outfit we can get rid of. Mr. Handyfield. Goodbye, my shotgun, unless I can repair you. Wait, modify. Yeah, I cannot repair it, so bye-bye, speedy shotgun. So can we make any mods to the... No, not yet. However, we can... now we cannot repair that either. What weapons can we make? And I believe, right, if you get certain, like once you get, like, or do we already have that perk? I think we already have that perk though. Or is it here? Yeah. Is there only one level to it? Yeah. Scrap weapons and armor, yeah. Scrap, but then there's another thing that we get somewhere. I forgot exactly in what category it was, because there is one thing that you can get that makes it also require like less items to like craft things, you know, and stuff that, you know. Yeah, heavy leather helmets, light armor. So yeah, you have the metal there, 2 pieces, at least so far, of the metal set. So that, yeah. So this level 20 is the highest one, so yeah. So that's why the level 20 thing is big, by the way, because that lets you have 15 plus carry weight and stuff like that, which is really, really useful. And it's the goal in mind exit that you can travel to quickly and stuff like that, yeah. And we're just gonna do this one recording now, right? And then I'm gonna go take a massive dump. Yeah, and I had a thing on the face there. I had like a rough face or whatever it was, but I did change that and stuff that because yeah. I forgot if I did pick up the science thing or not, by the way. But right, but if we're gonna use like a thing, right, like this weapon, right, we should be using the thing. We need to remove something there though. Don't use fix it good, use this instead if possible. But we need to get rid of something else. Let's get rid of that. Let's get science here. Let's get rid of scrapper. Put. Actually, I want to have a gunsmith thing here. Yeah, armorer is the good thing there. So gunsmith. And an armorer. Good. So we have armor, we have gunsmith, we have science, physician, and it is increased energy damage based. But then these are basically worthless now. The thing, not scatter shot, 10% of damage that to limb. Weapons with 5 or more projectiles gain 30% range, which is of course specific for shotguns. That is range damage, so that no, these are good. These works on all ranged weapons basically and stuff that, so yeah. But there are like things, for example, that says like, oh, this is small gun only, like your small guns reload, your small guns, stuff that. So yeah, so we get rid of that. We get rid of that because we don't want to use small guns right now. So we get this. Set the master assist. Use that. I guess we go with that just for now. Yeah, we have 5 points there. We have 3 points there in total. So yeah. Gunslinger, your ranged weapons, okay. Weak spot damage. Close enemies, home defense, moving target. Action bar though. Control. Take me home to the place. Virginia. Mountain Mama. Take me home. Country road. And these quests can sometimes bug out, by the way, but you just need to quote unquote relog if it does. Where is this path again? I often forget where this path is exactly. Because sometimes it's not always obvious. Mountain Mama. Where are you? I think that's everything. Mountain Mama. Spoilers for the code 071990. Yeah. And you can input that earlier, but you cannot get through this anyway until you get the key card here. No. And it is the one on the next, the one that can bug, by the way. And I believe there are actually different things that can happen. Like if you do certain choices, it can like change certain things in the world and stuff that which is interesting and stuff that. But then you think that it's just going to give you the weapon immediately, but it doesn't, of course. And stuff that because there is a area you have to go through actually. And stuff that, so yeah. Need to take a dump so badly now. And I will probably shave also. Since it has been surprisingly hot actually and stuff that, like, you know, it's been crazy, you know, and stuff that, you know. Yeah. Yeah, certain bugs are very, very resistant to energy weapons, by the way. Which is pretty bad. Oh, right. Yeah, do we have access to that terminal or not? Nope. So what is button there another way to the door? I thought there was. Because it is really, really bad if it's like, oh, you lock behind, oh, yeah, you better get a lock picking skill or whatever, right? Because, you know, because we don't even have access to that yet. We don't have access to the thing. I forgot, is it in agility, the thing? Or is it in perception, the thing? Because there's basically like a lock picking thing you can get. Go to the main office. That requires higher lockpicking skill. But I feel like they wouldn't do that right. Another bard. Unless there's something I'm missing. But I can understand, like, because you often need like lockpicking and stuff that, but it's like really, really annoying when your stats are like you didn't think about it, right, and stuff that though, you know. So unless there is another way, we're not gonna be able to finish this right now at least. Because we require a lockpicking skill. We could of course respec, by the way. Although I don't. Right, we need to interact with one of those special things, by the way.
Employee registration required. Please report to main office.
The main office is fucking locked. But what can't you get helped by the robot?